before you burn it out. You've got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. But you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Although you see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. Got your passion, you've got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? And you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? When will you realize Vienna waits for you?
Моя дитяча мрія здійснити мрію тата, втекти у Штати і мільйонером стати. Моя дитяча мрія здійснити мрію мами, кохати донестями, ділитися піснями. Морськими вузлами пов'язані з нами наше коріння. Тато і мамо, їх лагідний погляд завжди буде поряд. В серце сховаєш, де ти лиш знаєш, любов'ю словами доносяться мами, радість чи смуток, добре чи скрутно, і вчинками тата навчишся сприймати все, що твоє, і все, що не варто. Моя дитяча мрія поїхати в затоку, де без ліміт коктейлів з морозива і соку. Моя дитяча мрія мутити і зважати, і жити в халабуді на дереві в Карпатах. здавати нормативи і швидше всіх читати, носити маміни підбори, парфуми тата. І ось тобі 13, а 25 же завтра ти прозріваєш і повторюєш, як мантру морськими вузлами, пов'язане з нами наше коріння. Тато і мамо, їх лагідний погляд завжди буде поряд. Серце сховаєш, де ти лиш знаєш, любов'ю словами доносяться мами, радість чи скрутно, добре чи смутно, і вчинками тата навчишся сприймати все, що твоє, і у все, що не варто. Та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра, 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 моя дитяча мрія. Та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра, та-ра-ра-ра-ра, моя дитяча мрія. Та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра, та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра, моя дитяча мрія. Та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра, та-ра-ра-ра-ра-ра.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceases its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plough. Set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping a return, to your thoughts I'll soon be listening. In the road I'll stop and turn. Then the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end, and the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plough. Set me free to find my calling, and
I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keeps telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there's been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change gon' come. Oh, yes, it will.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Nunez, and I'm the faculty advisor for the Watchung Hills Regional High School chapter of the National Honor Society. It is my pleasure that I welcome you to our 44th annual induction ceremony. I would like to begin the evening by introducing our 2022-2023 Executive Board. They will serve as our Masters of Ceremony for the evening. President, Emma Lairn. Vice President, Paige Fabio. Secretary, Ryan Fabio. And Treasurer, Ronald Lairn.
The National Honor Society was established in 1921 by a group of high school principals to recognize students who demonstrated noteworthy achievements in scholarship, leadership, and community service during their school years. Prior to that time, there were numerous local and regional honor societies around the country, but no national organization. With an endorsement from the National Association of Secondary School Principals, the first National Honor Society chapter was established in a high school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The organization grew rapidly, and by 1930, there were 1,000 chapters nationwide. Today, there are more than 12,500 chapters, and the National Honor Society remains the leading organization for recognizing outstanding students in high school throughout the United States. From its inception, the objectives of the National Honor Society were to create an enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to render service, to promote worthy leadership, and to encourage the development of character in the nation's secondary school students. These ideals remain as relevant today as they were in 1921.
Membership in the National Honor Society is both an honor and a responsibility. This honor, recognized throughout the nation, is the public recognition of accomplishment and the private commitment to the continued excellence. There are many distinguished individuals who are members of the National Honor Society, such as politicians, musicians, astronauts, scientists, professional athletes, neurosurgeons, and even former presidents. The Watchung Hills Regional High School chapter was inaugurated during the 1980 to 1981 school year. There were 58 inductees in that first group. Tonight, in accordance with the original objectives of the National Honor Society Constitution, we honor 109 seniors who exemplify excellence in character, scholarship, leadership, and service. We and our classmates have worked incredibly hard to attain this honor. Thank you for supporting our efforts. Congratulations to all.
We would now like to invite 4 of our inductees to come to the stage for the National Honor Society candle lighting ceremony. We will be lighting 4 candles symbolizing each of the 4 attributes of National Honor Society membership: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Lighting the first candle and speaking about character will be John Williams.
Good evening, everyone. Character, a single word, but a word that has powerful meaning. It means doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. It means striving to be the best version of yourself. It means having integrity. All of you have a distinct character, but it is how we use that character that defines us. I know this National Honor Society is thriving with members who have and are still building their own character. While it may be as a role model, through community service projects, or how we treat people, all of these activities are relevant as they help empower others and allow us to become the best version of ourselves. As a member of the National Honor Society, it is important to lead by example and ensure that we trust and believe in ourselves. so that others can believe in themselves. As a student leader, our character is what enables us to empathize and connect not just with classmates, but also with faculty and those in our community. It is this connection that strengthens and builds up our school spirit and community bond. With that said, we all go through times in our life that present challenges, but it is our character that stabilizes us and allows us to continue moving forward. Our character will be tested many times throughout our life, but it is important to always remember to uphold your morals and values and to always do the right thing, even when it's not the easiest option. I want you all to know that you have genuine character and that it will only be strengthened and developed as you continue through life. I am very proud of everyone for making it to this point in their high school career, and I know that in the future, you will all go on to do amazing things and make a positive impact in our community and society. So in conclusion, use your character for good. Use it to help the less fortunate. Use it to strengthen yourself and others. And remember that your character can and will define you, and it will also empower you to make a positive difference in the world. Thank you.
Lighting the second candle and speaking about scholarship will be Hiranisa Demirgil.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I was given the chance to speak on the term scholarship, one of the four main pillars of the National Honor Society. Whether you're a senior applying to colleges or a student soon to be, scholarship is a term that everyone is familiar with, yet has several definitions. Many people regard it as a financial reward for academic achievements, while others see it as a recognition for the many A's they received for their classes. While there are many interpretations of this term, one remains true, and that it's the commitment to learn. If I were to ask everyone in this room today to give me an example of a scholar, what would you say? When I think of a scholar, I see a student on top level of the library, immersed in his or her studies. When I think of a scholar, I think of a scientist spending long hours in their lab to uncover the next breakthrough. When I think of a scholar, I see a professor deep in thought, sitting at his or her desk. Whatever they may be and whatever they may be doing, one thing common among all is that they are dedicating time to acquire knowledge and enhance their understanding to later apply to their expertise in the area they study. Each of you here is tonight because you have grown to represent some of the characteristics of scholars. You are an outstanding student. You understand that the objective of education is to help you pursue knowledge for the sake of knowing. You never know where that information will lead you, but you know you'll need it to shape your future. Perhaps you will encourage many people to participate in scholarships in the same way you have. You should be recognized for your efforts tonight. Your induction into the National Honor Society demonstrates your devotion, hard work, and commitment to scholarship. Thank you.
Lighting the third candle and speaking about leadership will be Michael Banker.
When many people think of the word leadership, they conjure up images of power or position, but that's not what real leadership is. Leadership is action. It is the act of inspiring others to be their best selves. It is the act of building relationships to create positive outcomes. It is the act of translating vision into reality. It is the act of living with integrity and grace. Everyone in this room today has proven to be a leader, and through our actions, we have become game changers. Some of us have facilitated positive transformations in people, friends, family members, or even those who we don't know personally. Some of us have created change here at Watchung Hills, and some of us have or will leave our mark on the world. As good leaders, we share some important qualities. We are enthusiastic. Looking around this room, I see very passionate students who delight in their areas of interest. We also take initiative. This auditorium is filled with innovators who know how to create opportunities for ourselves and for others. We are effective communicators. Not only are NHS students proficient conveyors of information, but we are also keen listeners who value others and their ideas and know how to collaborate towards a common cause. And we model our leadership through courageous integrity, making the conscious choice to always help others and be the best people we can be, in service and in our communities. Standing in this room with all of you, faculty and student leaders, I feel hopeful and energized. I know that we hold the future and all its possibilities in our minds and hearts. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead to where there is no path and leave a trail." Congratulations, class of 2023 NHS chapter. I can't wait to see what trails you blaze, and I'm honored to walk beside you in the high school part of your journey. Thank you.
Lighting the fourth candle and speaking about community service will be Nikhil Ahuja.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, inductees, and administration. Famously said by Winston Churchill, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Community service are two words we hear as high school scholars, and especially now as we apply to college. Often we perceive it as a requirement or something to mark off our college application checklist. But tonight, our inductees have shown us that the essence of community service is helping and supporting others in times of need. The beauty of community service is serving with no expectation of anything in return, an ideal that is rare in today's society. Each of us interprets community service in a different manner, but a common goal for us all is to better the community through devoting time and showing empathy to everyone around us. As National Honor Society members, we have all served the community in our own way, whether it be by joining a nonprofit, visiting senior homes, or volunteering at a homeless kitchen. Each and every one of you have made an impact on someone, and that is a big part of being a leader in our community. Community service is something that comes from within, and each of us here tonight feels connected to a cause and have demonstrated that by making the mindful choice to help others and be the best version of ourselves. In this room tonight, I see individuals who have the potential to impact our community in a positive manner, and the National Honor Society is supporting us to take our motivation and drive past the local community and instill change on a larger scale. Though at times our acts may seem small and sometimes insignificant, the change we make in a singular individual's life is just as impactful for them as it would be for a larger group of people. I would like to congratulate the National Honor Society senior class of 2023 for your hard work, dedication, and leadership. And tonight, I leave you all, the audience, with this question. Has anyone ever helped you when you were in need? And how did you feel? Thank you all very much.
It is clear that it is not only our academic excellence that has granted us acceptance into National Honor Society and thus brought us together tonight, but also our commitment towards serving others in our community. Since community service is something ingrained within each of us, we have decided to take on community service projects this year as a group in hopes of creating a larger impact together. Nicholas Azzarello will be speaking about those projects tonight.
everyone. Traditionally, the members of the National Honor Society come together to contribute to one large community service project and several smaller projects to benefit both our school community and our greater local community as a whole. This year, we intend to donate gifts to the court-appointed special advocates of Somerset, Hunterdon, and Warren counties, known as CASA. This organization works to advocate for local children within the foster care system by ensuring the needs of the children remain front and center at all times. Our hope is that our holiday gifts will give the children a sense of normalcy during a tumultuous time in their lives and allow them the chance to experience the joy of holiday season they might not have had otherwise. In addition, we aim to carry out many smaller community service projects throughout the year, optimistically about one each month. This November, we will also be organizing a canned food drive and donating the food to underserved communities for a Thanksgiving feast. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us that care, connection, and compassion is necessary for everyone in this world. As members of the National Honor Society, we look forward to reinforce and advance these ideals by connecting and giving back to our local communities in a variety of ways. Thank you.
Now, it is our privilege to introduce Vice Principal Tobin, who will lead us in the National Honor Society Pledge.
Good evening, everyone. Will the National Honor Society candidates please rise and recite the National Honor Society Pledge with me? I pledge to uphold the high purpose of the National Honor Society, to which I have been elected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, to maintain my high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader, and to give myself freely in service to others. I certify that the following students meet the criteria for membership to the National Honor Society, as stipulated in the bylaws of the Constitution of the Watchung Hills Regional High School Chapter. You may be seated.
We will now present the National Honor Society Certificates of Membership and Honor Cords. Will the first row please rise and come to the stage?
Aria Adesmilli. Nikhil Ahuja. Dylan Aiello. Carly Algore. Nicholas Azzarello. Michael Banker. Natalia Biankowski. Jake Bellotti. Avery Bryant. John Kalindas. Stephen Chang. Brett Christopher. Nicole Cicchetti. Julia Clemente. Ben Cupid. Herenisa Demergel. Julia de Montagnac. Ganav Desai. Eileen Erdahl. Paige Fabio. Ryan Fabio. Ian French. Jack Gable. Nicholas Gasparino. Daniel Gerges.
Claire Gillenwater. Sarai Gonzalez. Morgan Groff, Sean Gibitosi, Grace Guo, Vasuv Gupta, Ava Haddikin, Melina Hamoud, Sabrina Herkert, Charlotte Holiday, Shivani Howe, Sabrina Hu, Angelina Huang, Isabella Huang, Francesca Irvin, Catherine Jin, Atharva Kalyanpur, Dylan Kelly, Abigail Cohen, Kate Lavelle, Emma Learn, Ronald Learn, Alicia Lee, Alice Liu, Benjamin Liu, Stanley Liu, Wesley Liu, and Kenneth Marr.
Meher Malhotra, William Marjolies, Gavin Martignetti, Lara Martin, Farron Martin, Matthew Martins, Laura Matos, Riley McCann, Jacob Meltzer, Kylie Miller, Madison Moran, Jason Ng, Kayla Nunez, Magdalena O'Reilly, Aaron Appel, Noah Paradise, Advet Patel, Gabriella Pinto, Marissa Piccinini, Juliana Pontorero, Nikolai Shabilsky, Juliana Ramos, Satvik Ripaka, Lauren Rich, Isabella Reitz,
Autumn Rodriguez, Shayna Sedana, Crosby Cyan, Alexandra Schroeder, Sonia Shahane, Daniel Shen, Arjun Srinivas, Vanessa Tao, Georgiana Tillinghast, Samantha Traster, Chloe Tu, Isabella Valenti, Joseph Vecchio, Elizabeth Freeland, James Wang, John Williams, Alina Shu, Jenny Shu, Anthony F. Yang, Zha Yang, Renee Yu, Angelina Yu, Brenda Zhang, Caitlin Zhang, Andrew Zhu.
Congratulations to the National Honor Society members of the class of 2023. It is now our privilege to introduce our school principal, Mr. William Librera.
Good evening. Congratulations to all the deserving honorees tonight. I'm so thrilled to be able to recognize all of you for for your tremendous accomplishments in our Performing Arts Center. This evening is always one of the favorites of my year, as I get to share this experience with all of you. Personally, I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you, and I have no doubt that you will continue to build upon the characteristics and values that we celebrate here this evening. National Honor Society recognizes well-rounded students who are not only interested in growing themselves in and out of the classroom, but also have taken an active role in community service and improving their surrounding community. You all are such an outstanding representation of Watchung Hills Regional High School, and it is humbling to be a part of this ceremony. But students, as with any achievement, please take this as an opportunity to pause and reflect on the events that got you here and led to this recognition. Feel pride in your personal achievement, but recognize that we need you to continue to share your gifts, skills, times with our learning community. Your future story has yet to be written, and please remember that you are the author. Just imagine all of the good that this collective group can accomplish. Our society is in need of healing and to collaborate with each other, independent of perceived differences. And I believe with the caliber of the students that we have here tonight, that you can do just that. Please continue to seek out agencies who are experiencing unprecedented need during this current moment in time. They will be forever grateful for your service. Please remember to thank your parents, guardians, educators, and counselors for supporting you through your high school journey, as no one ever travels alone. And finally, I would like to thank everyone for coming this evening to celebrate the exemplary academic achievement and community service of our new inductees. Please know that your presence has contributed to making this event even more memorable. Be safe, stay healthy, enjoy the rest of the ceremony, and have a great evening.
Each year, the members of the National Honor Society nominate and vote on a Teacher of the Year to be inducted as an honorary member of our chapter. Please welcome to the stage Madison Moran, William Marjolies, and Laura Martin, who will be speaking about the National Honor Society Teacher of the Year.
This year's National Honor Society Teacher of the Year is Mr. Greg O'Reilly. We are beyond honored to present him with this award. Mr. O'Reilly is the type of teacher whose dedication is never in doubt. I had the pleasure of having Mr. O'Reilly as an econ teacher last year, which happened to be his first year ever teaching the course. He worked tirelessly to prepare for us, and I never felt unconfident in a single part of the curriculum. O'Reilly was always willing to interact and have fun with the class, but there was never a doubt that our learning was his priority. He was always available, whether during lunch, before school, after school, and willing to spend an hour answering our questions if that was what we needed. O'Reilly comes in early and leaves late, and just ultimately goes beyond the norm for a teacher. He is a wealth of knowledge and a model of dedication, and in my opinion, no one is more deserving of this award.
Despite only being in Mr. O'Reilly's class for 2 months, he's made a profound impact on me and my classmates. His dynamic teaching tends to be learning at home and reviewing and answering questions in class. Although this seems like a trivial aspect of his teaching, it's one of the key components of his class that makes it both fun and effective. It ensures that we learn the content and are prepared for the AP test. Mr. O'Reilly goes above and beyond and uses his electric personality and subtle techniques, like walking around the room constantly during the period, to keep everybody engaged, learning and enjoying themselves. He is truly deserving of this award.
Mr. O'Reilly is not only an amazing teacher, but a mentor for all students. He creates an environment that makes people happy and eager to learn. As we all know, school can be challenging, but with teachers like Mr. O'Reilly, school becomes a place where we all want to go to expand our knowledge. On behalf of all Watchung Hills students, thank you, Mr. O'Reilly, for everything you have done for us, and congratulations on this honor. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that you deserve it.
Good evening, students, community members, faculty, and administration. I just want to thank you for this honor up front, and I appreciate the time that you're sharing with me, and I hope that you can bear with me as I'm going through some serious imposter syndrome issues right now with this high honor. I must begin by offering my deep gratitude and thanks to those who have made it possible for me to become an educator. I'd like to thank my parents, who are my first teachers and are responsible for my education. I'd like to say thank you to my wonderful kids and beautiful wife who are so generous with their time. Whether it's tolerating my constant lesson planning or grading, missing out on play dates or parties, it's because of them that I can dedicate myself as fully as I can to be the best educator that I can be. I'd like to thank my colleagues and the faculty and staff at Watchung Hills who are second to none. I've stolen many lesson plans and activities from them over the years, and their dedication and commitment to their craft has helped inspire me and keep high standards for myself for the past 13 years. Of course, lastly, but not leastly, I'd like to thank you, the students. Other than members of my family, I think I spend most of my time thinking about you each day throughout the week and on weekends. It is largely because of you that I can honestly say that I'm living my dream of being a teacher that I've had since I was a child. Studying history and economics with you over the years, whether you like it or not, has been one of the brightest spots of my day every day at work. This is a wonderful day for you as well. It is wonderful that you were inducted into the National Honor Society. You achieved a great thing as you are preparing to move on to even greater heights and honors as you prepare to start applying to college. Looking at all of you now after this accomplishment, and it's pretty clear that you all know how to keep high standards and maintain them over a long period of time. It's what allowed you to maintain such good grades and to achieve such wonderful things inside and outside of the classroom. It's why you're on the verge of being accepted into elite universities across the entire country. All right, you have high standards, you know how to keep those. But if I could offer just a little advice, it's to don't forget to empathize with yourself. Sometimes when we keep high standards, all right, they become unscalable walls for us in our minds. Sometimes those high standards can become rules that limit who we are to ourselves. But I see it in the daily lives of teenagers, and of course I struggle with it myself in keeping high standards. But some of the most important moments of my life as an educator has been speaking with you, whether it's before school, during lunch, or tanking an entire lesson and just talking to you about what's going on in your lives. But those have been the best moments of my life as an educator. In this past year at Watchung Hills, I hope that you take some time to be flexible and take some time to consider reevaluating your standards and taking stock to find that right balance between what you expect of yourself and how to accept who you are. Much of that process is going to start with just sharing your own experiences and thoughts with your friends sitting next to you. Anyone who has spent time in a classroom with high school students know that they carry a lot of stress with them. They want to meet those expectations that we all set for them. They want to meet those high standards that they keep for themselves. And what adds more to that stress is how little we share about the difficulties in living up to those standards. And part of that stems from the fantasies that we tell ourselves at Watchung Hills. The fantasy that every student is able to take all AP classes and get all A's in each class, participate in all the extracurricular activities and all the sports while never being stressed and somehow getting 8 hours of sleep every single night. Or the fantasy that every single person in class other than you is brilliant and just brimming with brilliant thoughts that they can share at a moment's notice, which is why it's best if you don't share your thoughts and you don't speak it for fear of being wrong in front of your peers. I hate to break it to you, and I hate to break it to the family members in the audience. You will say something incorrect in front of your peers at some point in your lives, and I can assure you that nobody at Watchung Hills gets 8 hours of sleep. The truth is that education is not a zero-sum game. Your success does not come at the expense of other students' success. Don't be afraid to share with others your experiences And don't be afraid to share that it is difficult to balance all of the different responsibilities that you carry on a daily basis. Your friends won't judge you. Your classmates won't judge you. You won't lose your standing amongst your cohort. In fact, you'll find that they're carrying the same stress as you. You'll find catharsis in knowing that we're all in the same boat together. You have a wonderful place here at Watchung Hills, a public school in which all are welcome, where you attend challenging courses and participate in extracurriculars, building memories with all your friends. This is what makes up a community. You have spent the past 13 years of your life honing your critical thinking skills, acquiring banks of knowledge, whether that knowledge is things like salutary neglect, Andrew Jackson and the bank wars, the difference between quantity and quantity demanded, and of course, how to actually calculate game theory and what game theory is. 13 years, that is a lot of learning. Learning that demands that you develop relationships with each other and learn how to engage with each other. Learning that demands humility in recognition of all the knowledge and skills that you have still yet to master. Learning that demands camaraderie among your friends and classmates as you all go through the growing pains of education together. You aren't in competition with your classmates. You can't be. You all depend on each other. You all need each other to bounce ideas off of each other, to develop more sophisticated beliefs. You all need each other to look and hear how other students solve problems so that you may model a pathway forward. Your work and sacrifice over these years represents not only your growth and investment in yourselves, but the investment of our community in our democracy, because learning is a democratic act. As a teacher at Watchung Hills for over 10 years and a proud parent of 2 future Watchung Hills students, I am enormously proud to recognize what you have accomplished in your time here. Every generation is different, and each generation must define for itself what its values are and how it will take the reins of our institutions, take the reins of our community over. I am excited to watch as you grow and define your values. I'm eager to see you all take the reins of our community in the future. I'm deeply honored by your selection. And I wanted to say thank you one last time for your time. Have a great day.
We would like to take a moment to extend our deepest thanks to everyone who helped make this ceremony possible.
Most importantly, we would like to thank our parents and families for their never-ending support and encouragement. Inductees, please be sure to return your honor cords to one of the executive board members before leaving this evening. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks all for coming, and we are only keeping the cords for safekeeping until graduation. Don't worry, you will be getting them back. And there's also going to be some refreshments in the atrium, so please help yourself.